Well, thank you guys for joining us for our first State of Real Estate in 2021. We're super excited to have you with us today, and got a great presentation. And first, I'm gonna let you guys ask any questions that you guys have. We will do any answers at the end of the presentation, so feel free to type them into the chat box, or we'll have an open forum at the end. We've got several different people that are going to do a presentation today. It'll take approximately 15 minutes. And I'm just going to jump right in and introduce you guys to the team. So on your screen right now, the photo all the way to the left is me, Lana Harris. And then to the right of me, Eric Schlopy, then Marnie Schlopy, Kent Schlopy, Bobby Joe. And then we've got Kevin Crockett and Mary Francis. And we're super excited to introduce our two newest members, Stacy and Todd Schlopy. Todd has been in the Park City area for over 30 years, and Marnie loves to say he is the reason why the whole family ended up here to begin with. His experience has been a professional football player and also a motion picture cameraman, but he is taking the real estate community by storm, along with his wife, Stacy, who has been a professional real estate agent for over 7 years. So super excited to have both of them as part of our team. So welcome, welcome. And you'll see both of their beautiful faces on the screen as well. And then first presentation is going to be with Lars Gunderson. He is the Director of Operations for White Drift Property Management Company. He has been part of Park City, or lived in Park City, for over 20 years and has been in property management for over 6 years. So Lars, love to welcome you and tell us a little bit about White Drift and what you guys do.
Hi, Lana, thanks. Hi, everybody out there. I'm Lars Gunderson with White Drift. White Drift is a boutique-sized property management and vacation management company, family owned and operated up here in Park City. I've been doing property management in Park City and Wasatch County and Summit County area for about 6 years now. White Drift specializes in personal service to our homeowners. Using that, being a boutique-sized property management company, we can really give that individual attention that people require when they're making a large investment in a real estate in Park City. During the pandemic time, it's been really nice to be able to have a smaller company. It's given us the ability to pivot and change when local municipals or local governments give us new parameters for our renters or for our guests, or the different interaction we can have with rentals in Park City. So we've really tried to specialize in the individualized and definitely catering to one-on-one with our homeowners. So.
Well, that's awesome, Lars. Thank you so much for being with us today. I've just got one quick question for you. Mm-hmm. So you guys manage properties all over the Park City area. So what do you feel is the most desirable rental property right now, and why?
We have a lot of great properties all over Park City and even Wasatch County. And right now what we're seeing is that we've seen a lot of good traction in rentals around the Jordanelle Reservoir in our new park, our Park Edge community, and our Black Rock. Also, we're seeing some up in some new buying on Deer Crest. But we're seeing that because we're seeing in the summertime, the property's acting more of a lake home. And also we're seeing that the dual home or the town home that's 3 to 4 bedroom is getting a lot better rentals, where you're getting small teams or large families coming to this area to travel, to work from home and go to school from home. So yeah, I'd say right now out in the Jordanelle area is our best kind of rental income.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for giving us a presentation today. We're going to jump into our next segment, which is with Eric Schlopy. He is our stats master. So tell us what's going on in the market, Eric.
All right. Thanks, Lana. everybody loves stats, especially me. And there's so many different avenues you can go down. So it's like you have to choose which rabbit hole you want to go down. The last presentation we did talk about supply and demand, and I wanted to keep that story going because it really is the big story in Park City and Heber, what's happening with the supply. So we're going to review, I broke it down between land, condos, single family, and then I'll compare Park City single family to Heber single family with the last slide, but we're going to start with Park City land. And we don't have time to go through all the stats, but I want to highlight the supply. So you will see the median sold price in December of 2020 was 800,000. Big bump from December, but again, things month to month can vary a lot, especially using the median sold price. But the big thing I wanted to highlight here and all the slides was the active inventory. So you'll see there's 79 lots for sale right now in Park City, and that's down almost 67% from December 2019 and down from December 2020. So a little over 13%. So it just continues to go down. There are 26 new listings that came out in December. But then if you go down to the last graphic, the last line there, you'll see 1.8 absorption rate. So absorption rate, that's 1.8 months. And absorption rate is the amount of time it would take to, if nothing new came on the market, how much time it would take for the current inventory to go to zero. So right now, if nothing new came on the market, in 1.8 months, we'd have 0 lots for sale. So that's kind of the theme of what's been happening and what continues to accelerate. So if we go to the next slide for condominiums, I'll just brush on a couple of things. The median sold price, 515,000. There were 180 units sold in December 2020, just condominiums. Active inventory a little bit higher, but that's normal because we've got more condominiums than homes in Park City. So we've got currently 240 condos for sale. But then you go all the way down again, sticking with the theme, 1.3 months absorption rate, which that's incredible. So in 5 weeks, if there was nothing new, we'd have 0 condos for sale in 5 weeks. If we go to the last slide, Mary Frances. These two, you've got Park City on the left and Heber on the right. So comparing December 2020 in Park City and Heber, median price in Park City 2.45 million, and in Heber 944,000. I did do a little check, which I thought was really interesting. I prefer to use averages as opposed to medians. So I really wanted to know the average sale price of a single family home in Park City in December, and the average was 3.1 million, which again, some of these stats are just, they're mind blowing as to what's happening with the market here. If you look at, the reason why I want to put these two side to side is because I wanted to compare Park City to Heber on supply and demand. So if you go down to the 4th line, you will see active inventory. There's only 123 homes for sale in Park City right now and 82 single family homes for sale in Heber, both of which are roughly 60% below December of 2019 on the supply. Now, we talked about it a couple months ago, supply usually only varies a couple percent. So to see it drop 60% from a year ago is just showing that people are coming in and they really want to come to Park City and Heber. Another interesting stat here is there's 73 new listings in Park City. And out of the 123 that are for sale, 73 came online in December. So more than half of their current inventory came live a month ago or less. And the absorption rate in both Park City and Heber are neck and neck at 1.5 months. So 6 weeks of inventory are available in Park City and Heber. And then I just wanted to finish with a fun fact here. I don't have a slide for it, but I was curious. Oh, sorry. Before we get to that, thank you, Mayor Francis. This slide is really interesting. If you look at the highlighted portion on the bottom, that's the total gross volume sales in Park City, 2019 and 2020. So in 2019, all of Park City did $1.97 billion in real estate. And in 2020, and this number is just incredible, $3.35 billion in gross volume sales, increase of 70% of gross volume sales. That to me was just amazing. And thought that would be fun for anybody listening to hear the gross volume sales in Park City 2019 compared to 2020. And then the last one, which you don't have a slide for, I was curious how many houses are available under $1 million in Park City right now? There's 3. And the lowest price for a 3-bedroom home in Park City, $1.15 million. So those are a couple of little fun facts there. And hopefully what I presented was helpful and interesting. And thanks for listening. And thank you, Lana.
Well, Eric, thank you so much. That is some astounding numbers that you are reporting. So it looks like we don't have a lot of inventory to sell, but I have some encouraging news for you guys. Marnie has an unbelievable project that she would like to discuss. It's up in Empire Pass out by the Montage in Deer Valley. So Marnie, what do you have for us for Sommier Blanc?
Sommier Blanc, which is a white summit. And I get to do the fun part because this is lifestyle. So that's what we did yesterday. So here's a short video of where we were.
Sommier Blanc today, beautiful ski day, Deer Valley. Eric, what do you have to say about Sommier Blanc?
Love the location. They've got a little model here that kind of shows the finishes, beautifully done. But the fact that you're steps away from the Empire Lift, which is some of the best powder skiing on the mountain on a powder day, and literally 10 steps from Ruby Express, which is a great area for kids.
Incredible family spot. Always been one of the best locations winter, summer, and all of the parts of the area. Amazing.
Well, you can call Team Schlopy. We'll fill you in. Reservations are only what?
$10,000.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks, guys. Go out and ski. Have a great day.
So yes, $10,000. Mary Frances has the map up of where you can find Sommier Blanc is the one, the big blue in the center of your screen. It will cover that whole surface, which is amazing. Mary Frances, you can show the next slide. It's combinations of townhomes on the bottom and then also it'll be 3-story high, of course, beautiful Deer Valley finishes, very contemporary. You could walk over to the Montage. And this project, Sommier Blanc, will have a lot of its own amenities. So call us. You can get a reservation in, fully refundable. They won't break ground till about July. So come ski with us.
All right, let's go skiing.
Hey, Marnie,
Yes, Lance.
I have a question. Of course, my brothers seem to be moving away, and I was wondering, with our place on Marsac, what would the value of that be right now? Is it going up? Eric seemed to think, the way Eric was talking, things seem to be moving anyway in Park City.
Lance, since I talked to you last fall, I think we could see a good increase of about 10%, maybe even more. So I'll be happy to call you when this is done, and we'll go specifically into the value of your property. But I would say from fall till now, it's 10%, maybe even more. So we'll take a look at it. So
Very good. That's we're looking at a pretty bad snow year right now, aren't we?
Well, it's, the skiing's not bad. They've made some really good snow, very limited. But yeah, we're a little worried because of the drought we had this summer and
Right.
fall and now into winter. So that's what's even more pressing right now, that we need some moisture for sure.
We're,
But-
we're seeing it in Wyoming too, but I appreciate that though. Thank you.
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah, Lance, thank you so much for your question. That actually does conclude our presentation for today. So if anybody else has any additional questions, I didn't see anything in the chat, feel free to take yourself off of mute and we are available to answer. And Lars is here to answer any of your property management questions as well.
Would love to send a link to your new project to clients. So how we get that, let us know.
Okay, Julie, it's not our project. That is another broker's project.
Okay,
We just made it, of course. I mean, it's our project because we can sell it to all of our buyers. So-
right,
and it's
right.
in Deer Valley. But as long as you're bringing up our project, you see behind me is the Golden Eagle. And we are selling lots up there, 1/2 acre, 2 acre, and we're selling about a lot a day right now. It's unbelievable. So the incentives are great, but they'll go away quickly because of the demand, as Eric says, supply and demand. So, if you need any information on that, let us know. Okay. And Bopey just said our broker, the Sommet Blanc, will be doing a presentation at Coldwell Banker in February. So that's great. Okay. Okay, so Eric and I were talking earlier. Eric, we were comparing the market of 2008 to today's market because it seems to be kind of the same fury of buyers buying and paying the prices. And what do you think the difference is between 2008 and today's market?
Well, I think there's two main differences. One is in 2008, there was a lot more land to be developed. So the potential for new supply to come on the market was much greater. And now we're seeing, like, Sommet Blanc is the last development in Empire that is ever going to be built. There are a couple others that have broken ground, but that's just an example, is that the potential for future supply is way less. But the more important fact about the difference between 2008 and now is that in 2008, we saw a lot of speculation, a lot of people buying homes, whether they were flipping them or just buying them, speculating that the market was going to continue to go up. That has changed to primary homeowners, people who are buying, whether they're homes or condos or land in Park City to live full time. And a lot of people, if they're not living full time, they're using their property for 3 months a year, 6 months a year. So if it's not a primary, it's a second home as opposed to speculation. So really, those are the two big differences.
Very interesting. Kent and I were having a conversation the other day, and Kent, I'm going to defer to you on your stats for this. We were talking about, what were we talking about? Values in Park City. So what was the most expensive dollar per square foot that has sold in Park City, and what other ski communities are doing? And you had discussed a stat that I think was Vail. Can you reiterate what that was? Or not?
Sorry, Ken doesn't have his audio on.
I didn't have my audio on.
Oh,
So in Aspen this year, the highest cost per square foot was $8,246 a foot sold, which is mind blowing. In Park City, it was $21.75 or something like that. I think $21.75.
That's incredible. So that just goes to show you Park City is still affordable.
And the Sommet Blanc is going to come in around 1850. So ski in, ski out with new construction seems like a deal.
Quick, run up and buy some.
Yep.
Only $10,000 reservation, so yeah.
Sorry. It's all right.
All right. I don't see any additional questions in the question box. I greatly appreciate everybody joining us today. Just so you know, if you did not see the full presentation, we are recording it and we'll post it on Mary Frances. It's going to go in our next newsletter. Is that correct?
Yep, that's correct. There'll be a
Okay.
link so you can watch it.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much. Feel free to reach out to us directly anytime. Appreciate you guys taking the time today to visit with us, and we'll see you guys soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.